Hello everyone. Welcome to our amazing Spanish learning channel. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today. Today we're going to dive deep into a very practical and I promise incredibly useful topic. How to tell time in Spanish. This is one of those fundamental skills that will truly open up your ability to communicate in Spanish-speaking countries. Don't worry, even if you're a complete beginner. We'll go slowly, step by step, and I'm confident you'll find it's much easier and more intuitive than you might initially think. Let's embark on this linguistic journey together. To make it super clear and easy to follow, we'll say each English phrase first, giving you a moment to process it, followed immediately by its Spanish translation. I highly encourage you to repeat after me to practice your pronunciation. The more you speak, the faster you'll learn. Let's get started right away. First things first, let's learn some essential basic vocabulary that you'll need to discuss anything related to time. These are the building blocks of telling time in Spanish. The foundational word for hour is
hora,
Please try saying it with me.
hora,
Very good. Now what about minute? It's
minuto,
Try saying
minuto,
excellent. And for second, a smaller unit of time, it's
segundo,
Try saying
segundo,
fantastic. We also have specific words to describe different parts of the day, which are crucial for clarifying whether you mean AM or PM. Morning or the AM period is
mañana,
Remember the N sound. It's like the NE in canyon. Say mañana. Afternoon or the PM period, specifically from noon to around evening, is
tarde,
say.
tarde,
When it gets darker, night is
noche,
sign.
noche,
And for the very early hours, that period between midnight and dawn, often associated with deep sleep, dawn or early morning is
madrugada,
say.
madrugada.
This word evokes a sense of quiet, early hours. Now that we have our basic time words, let's move on to how you actually ask about the time. This is a very common and absolutely essential question you'll use daily. To politely ask what time is it, you say,
¿Qué hora es?
This is the most standard and widely understood way. You might also want to specify what time. Is it right now? Or, what time is it at this very moment? For that, you add,
¿Ahora?
which means now. This is
¿Qué hora es ahora?
It adds a little more immediacy to the question. Interesting. Some Latin American countries, you might hear people ask, do you have a watch? As a polite way to inquire about the time, assuming you can tell them. This
¿Tiene reloj?
is more of a cultural nuance, but good to know. Now that we know how to ask, let's learn how to answer. How do we tell someone the time in Spanish? In Spanish, when stating the time, we use the verb
Ser,
which fundamentally means to be I. This is a key difference from English, which often uses it is. The important rule here is if it's 1 o'clock, which is considered singular, we use the singular form of
ser,
which is for 2 o'clock and any time thereafter, which are plural. We use the plural form of
ser,
which is
son.
so if it's precisely 1 o'clock. You say
Es la una.
Notice something interesting here. We use
La,
before.
una,
This is because
hora,
is a feminine noun and
una.
refers to 1 hour. So it's literally, it is the 1 hour. For 2 o'clock, you say
Son las dos.
For 3 o'clock, following the same plural rule, you say son las tres. You're doing absolutely great. Keep that focused energy going. Let's continue by adding minutes to our time expressions. How do we include the minutes? When the time isn't exactly on the hour? It's quite straightforward. We simply use the conjunction
Y,
which means and. It connects the hour to the minutes. So if it's 12:20, you say,
son las 12:20.
see how he seamlessly connects them. If it's 9:0595, you say,
Son las 9:05.
what about those common quarter hour and half hour marks? Just like in English, where we say quarter past or half past, Spanish has its own special. Concise expressions for 15 minutes and 30 minutes past the hour. For 15 minutes past the hour, we say
Y cuarto.
This literally translates to and a quarter. For example, if it's 3:15 or 3:15, you elegantly say
Son las 3:15.
For 30 minutes past the hour or half past, we use
1:30.
This literally means and a half. So if it's 2:30 or 2:30, you say son las 2:30. These phrases are very common, so mastering them will make you sound much more natural.
Now, let's learn how to express time when it's to the hour.
Like 25 to 1. This is where Spanish uses menos, which literally means
minus or less.
it's a very logical system. So for 25 to 1, you would say
Es la 1:25.
it's like saying it's 1 o'clock minus 25 minutes. For 10 to 3, you say son las 3:10. Sai son las 3:10. This system is efficient and widely used. Excellent work. You're picking this up quickly. And your pronunciation is getting better with every repetition. Let's add more context by specifying the time of day, whether it's
AM or PM.
just like English has AM and PM, Spanish uses descriptive phrases. We use de la mañana for the morning hours, AM. For example, if it's 10:15 AM, you say
Son las 10:15 de la mañana.
for the afternoon hours, PM, generally from noon to early evening. We use it.
De la tarde.
So if it's 5:15 PM, you say
Son las 5:15 de la tarde.
and for the night hours. PM, usually from evening onwards, we use.
De la noche.
If it's 10:15 PM at night, you say.
Son las 10:15 de la noche.
For those very early pre-dawn hours, like 2:15 AM, you specify.
De la madrugada.
So you would say.
Son las 2:15 de la madrugada.
We also have a very specific phrase for noon, which is.
Del mediodía.
This is particularly useful for precise scheduling. For example, if you want to say, the plane leaves at 12 noon, you express it as.
El avión sale a las 12 del mediodía.
This is a compact and very commonly used phrase. Now let's enrich our vocabulary with a couple more incredibly useful expressions related to time. These will make your Spanish sound even more fluent and natural. If it's exactly on the hour, or o'clock sharp, we use the phrase.
En punto.
This is perfect for when you want to emphasize precision. So if it's 6 o'clock sharp, you simply say.
Son las 6 en punto.
This adds a nice touch of accuracy to your statement. Another extremely common structure is how to express that something happens at a certain time. For this, we use alas, followed by the time. This is used when you're talking about an event or an action occurring at a specific moment. For example, if you want to say, classes start at 7:30 in the morning, you would formulate it as.
Las clases empiezan a las 7:30 de la mañana.
This alas construction is fundamental for scheduling and daily conversations. Let's take a moment to compare Spanish time-telling with English. This comparison often helps new learners solidify their understanding by seeing the similarities and differences. In English, when stating the time, we most commonly start with it is. And for example, it is 3 o'clock. In Spanish, as we've learned, we use
Es la.
for 1 o'clock and son las for all other hours. So the verb to be
Ser.
plays a more central role and changes based on singularity or plurality of the hour. For expressing quarter past and half past, English uses distinct phrases like quarter, past 3 and half past 2. Spanish, mirroring this convenience, uses y cuarto, and
Y media.
which are very direct and efficient. For clarifying
AM.
and
PM.
English simply uses the abbreviations AM and PM. Spanish, however, provides more descriptive and evocative phrases.
De la mañana.
For morning,
De la tarde.
for afternoon, and
De la noche.
for night. This adds a lovely layer of detail to your time statements. One very crucial point that can't be stressed enough: understanding numbers in Spanish, particularly from 1 to 60, is absolutely essential for effectively telling time. Make sure you're comfortable with your Spanish numbers. They are the backbone of these time expressions. Don't forget, dear learners, practice makes perfect. The more you actively use these phrases in your daily life, even just by thinking them or saying them aloud to yourself, the more natural and fluent they'll become. Key. Keep practicing, keep repeating, and I guarantee you'll be telling time in Spanish, like a native speaker in no time at all. It's a skill that builds confidence and opens up so many conversational possibilities. If you found this video helpful, insightful, and easy to follow, please show your support by giving it a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow and reach more learners like you. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below with your favorite new Spanish phrase you learned today or any questions you might have. We read every single comment, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting, easy-to-understand, practical Spanish lessons. You won't want to miss our future content. Hit that notification bell too, so you're always the first to know when we upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, for your dedication to learning, and for being a part of our growing community. I appreciate your time and effort. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos y nos vemos en el próximo video. Adiós.